What is poppin', y'all, everybody? It's your man, Cloudboy Bells, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly Wednesday Predictions, Week 8. We are already to Week 8, which is pretty much almost the halfway point of the season. I mean, I think next week would be already to that point. Middle of October, it's almost Halloween. Lots of scary things going on. Lots of things happened last week for sure. But, of course, let's go over today's games. If you like what you see, comment below, subscribe with your thoughts, and let's get down to business. Thursday Night Football. Minnesota Vikings at the Los Angeles Rams. The Apprentice taking on the Master. It's going to be a very good game. Between the two, Minnesota is the most surprising team in the NFL. They were undefeated, a very thrilling game. Detroit was able to knock them off on the road to take down Minnesota. And, that was pretty big. Now, Detroit obviously is the top dog. And by the way, there are no teams on bye this week, which is really weird. I thought there was, but no teams on bye in case anybody was wondering. Between the two, the Los Angeles Rams are currently really struggling. Kyren Williams is the only great point of their offense. Matthew Stafford is starting to really kind of show his age isn't really the best anymore. Minnesota, I think, if they're strong, the team that they really are, I think Minnesota will win this game. Also, Cooper Kupp is right now, looks like he's going to be traded. Nakua hopefully will be back soon. But honestly, I think Los Angeles is pretty much starting the rebuild process. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings. Next up, going on to Sunday, we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I anticipate myself to take Philadelphia, but I still find Philadelphia to be extremely overrated despite blowing out, the team that they own, the New York Giants. Between the two, I say, I think Cincinnati's really starting to get better as time goes on. Cincinnati, I think, will actually beat the Eagles here. Next up, the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles, and he is out for the year. Probably with everything that's been going on, this is his career. I just don't see him coming back from this. Everything that's happened, it's just, nothing's ever really worked. It's just, his whole life is a complete mess, with all the allegations and all that stuff. But now Jameis Winston is going to get the start, but I don't really think it matters. Lamar Jackson on Monday, pretty much gave the best performance out of anybody. Pretty much right now, I'd say he is the MVP frontrunner. After last night, I don't think there was a clear frontrunner right now. I think for sure it's going to be... I think Baltimore is definitely starting to really get better as it is. I'll take them to beat Cleveland. Next up, Tennessee Titans at Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions are the best team in football this year. Clearly, Jared Goff barely throws any incompletions, and their offensive line and their running backs are just outstanding. And the only thing that's holding me back from saying they're winning a Super Bowl is losing Aiden Hutchinson for the year. But, against Tennessee, this should be an easy home win. I'll take Detroit. Next up, Arizona Cardinals at the Miami Dolphins. It is expected that Tua Tagovailoa is actually coming back. I thought he was done. I thought his career was over. I was a little shocked about that, but crazy enough, he's back. I think with him being possibly back, hopefully that brings some life into the offense because clearly they've barely used Tyreek Hill, and I don't know. They've just been bad. I feel like if Tua's back, I'm going to go with Miami getting the win. If not, I'm going to go with Arizona because they have been able to actually get wins. But it really depends on if Tua's available. I think he'll play, so I'm taking Miami. Next up, New York Jets at New England Patriots. The New York Jets got absolutely spanked by a washed-up Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Adams was not the hope that they needed. I don't really know what it is. They just sucked. They suck. Now they're facing a team they beat already, they should beat the Patriots. The Patriots are just not good, so I'm gonna take the Jets. Otherwise, if they lose, then honestly, they will probably not win another game this season. Next up, Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We already saw this matchup a couple weeks ago. Went to overtime where Cousins threw for like 5-6 touchdowns, 500 yards. I don't know. It was one of the great, crazy games. Unfortunately for Tampa Bay, they lost Mike Evans until maybe about week 12 with a hamstring injury that he should have never even played. And they lost Chris Godwin to the year. He dislocated his ankle in a gruesome injury that they didn't even want to show on television. And, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Tampa Bay is without their two weapons. It's going to be really hard for Tampa Bay to really win games. I mean, if Baker Mayfield really needs to start to get himself going, I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons. Regardless, I think they need to come back. They need a better win. Next up, Green Bay Packers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. To be fair, this is a trap game for Green Bay because they face, obviously, Detroit next week. That's going to be a very big game. Jacksonville, they got a promising win against the Patriots, but are they really that good? I just don't really see it. Green Bay is a shaky-bakey team. This will be another close game because I think just Green Bay's just been getting through close games. I think, this will be interesting. I don't know how it will come, but we'll see. If I had to pick, I'm going to go with the Packers. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Houston got held to 83 yards passing. Stroud had single-handedly the worst. Everyone was thinking he was the next big come-up, but he really hasn't done much. He needs a big game against Indianapolis Colts. Colts, it's pretty clear they are giving Richardson another chance, but at this point, Richardson's a bust. He is awful. I don't know what the heck. This guy is just not good. If I had to pick, I guess I'm going to go with Houston, even though we'll see. Next up, New Orleans Saints at the Los Angeles Chargers. If it's Spencer Rattler again and Derek Carr doesn't come back, honestly, who cares? I mean, look, the New Orleans Saints are just such a mid-team. It's not even comparable. The Chargers are such a mid-team too. This is literally a battle of the mid. I'm just gonna go with the Chargers because if it's Rattler, I don't even think they'll win for sure. Buffalo Bills, Seattle Seahawks. This will be a game I think that will go to overtime, and in the end, I'm taking Buffalo with a game-winning field goal. It's going to be one of those close games. Next up, Carolina Panthers, Denver Broncos. No matter who Carolina goes with that quarterback, they are going to suck so bad, it doesn't matter. Denver is actually managing to make wins out of things. I think that because they are better coached, I have to take Denver. Bo Nix has actually not been as bad. He's got some work to do. He's not good, but the thing is, the Denver Broncos are a way better coached team than the Carolina Panthers, so absolutely I have to take Denver. Next up, Kansas City Chiefs at Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh, boy. I can't believe this, but Kansas City might be the honestly most overrated team I've ever seen. They do have a great defense. That's why they're winning games. But they get the calls because they baby Patrick Mahomes just like the NBA babies LeBron James. It's the same thing. But Patrick isn't even having that good of a season. I mean, he's doing okay. Someone actually said he was the front runner for MVP. I'm like, dude has more interceptions than touchdowns. How's that even possible? But passing touchdowns. But I don't know. Vegas is just not good. I don't know. I don't think Vegas will win a game. They're going to have the number one overall pick this year, in my opinion. I'm going to take the Chiefs. They're pretty much nuts. I have no choice against this one. Next up, Chicago Bears at Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels suffered an injury last week. He was in the first couple minutes. He got injured. Must have been something with his ribs. I don't know. He came back outside, looked okay, but they decided to stick with Marcus Mariota, but they were playing the Panthers, so at this point it was like, really, that wasn't really that. Yeah, you weren't going to lose that. But this is a battle between the supposed rookies, Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Between the two, I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm still going to pick the Bears regardless of what happens because I think Caleb Williams is starting to get a lot better. Plus, I think the Bears have a better offense and a better defense. I just think they overall have the better team. If Jaden Daniels doesn't play regardless, I still will take the Bears. And then Sunday Night Football. This would supposedly be a good matchup, but Dallas has been an absolute joke this year after getting absolutely blown out by the Lions. And San Francisco, well, Ayuka's out for the year. McCaffrey still hasn't played a snap. Deebo Samuel is currently in the hospital with pneumonia or something. They also don't have Juwan Jennings. George Kittle's banged up, and their only healthy receiver is a guy who literally just got shot 2 months ago. I don't even know who to pick in this game, but knowing that San Francisco has still managed to beat the Cowboys the last couple of years, depending on who's starting quarterback, I'm still picking the 49ers because, honest to God, I have no idea why. And then Monday Night Football, New York Giants at Pittsburgh Steelers. Please, Giants, bench Daniel Jones. Just do it. It's for the good of society. Regardless, do I really think they'll win against a good defense like Pittsburgh? No. They looked so good again. They made the Giants' defense look stupid. The Giants, they made the Jets' defense look stupid. I can't fathom they won't do the same with the Giants. So I'm going to go down and take the Pittsburgh Steelers because they are actually playing a lot better than I thought. And they're well coached, of course. So if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment your thoughts, and as always, we will see you next time.